What's gonna break first? Because there is about a dozen different things. War in Iran, Trump losing his mind, the banks collapsing, the dollar collapsing, the economic system collapsing, a run on the banks, the Epstein list, and people finally getting arrested, hopefully. Like, at what point, which one of the dozen different 9/11s of today will break first? Because at this point, I want the zombie apocalypse to happen. I want the apocalypse to happen at some whatever apocalypse. Fucking choose one of them and let's go full balls into it because we need an etch a sketch kind of shake of the entire system right now. Because right now, everything is failing. Like, Gen Z, my generation, we can't afford shit. We can't even afford to exist right now. And the boomers are just like, oh, well, we're big chillin' because we got ours, so piss off. Like, at what point, which one of the dozen different problems will collapse? Will we have a freaking Mustache Man Part 2 in this generation? Maybe. Are we are entering into the not Great Depression, the greatest depression in human history? Which, based on all the numbers and the statistics, we already are in the greatest depression in human history, where the average house homeowner buyer is 40 years old or more. Like, how on earth is anybody going to continue existing? We need some form of collapse to happen. You can't just keep pulling out infinite resources from a finite system. There's something's gonna fucking fall and collapse, and everybody who doesn't have money in their back pocket is going to feel the effects of all of the collapses happening all at once. So which one is it? Which one of the dominoes will fall first? And at this point, it doesn't matter which one it is, because any one of them that falls knock the whole entire freaking thing down. So at this point, let's pick one, stick to it. Whether it's the IRS collapsing because people don't want to pay taxes because we can't freaking afford them anymore, or it gets to the point where so many poor people cannot afford their taxes that we entirely get imprisoned by the prison state and the surveillance state, and we're all so full in prisons that the prisons go, hey, we're so full that we don't even have taxpayer money to fund our stuff anymore. So now we have to go to private prisons, which are all billionaire funded. I'm being very facetious with a lot of the statements I'm saying, but the message and the undertones of my exaggerations are still prevalent, even if I'm being very facetious and very exaggerations of all the things. But exaggeration is what's supposed to give you some idea of the overall concept of what's happening. We are in such a massive depression right now that young people work their entire 20s and get nothing from it. We just get another bill. We get another fine. We get another fee. We get another subscription. We get another freaking tech billionaire that gained $1 billion overnight because the insider traders funded him and his freaking open source thing because it's tied to Israel somehow. Like, how is it that we continuously get freaking bent over and freaking our intestines are filled up to the max? We're gonna have internal bleeding real soon if we continuously get bent over and frickin' power stroked to the nth degree. How is this sustainable? It's not. How do you continuously pull infinite resources from a finite system? You can't. Oh, that's why the Reagan era frickin' swapped from an asset-backed currency to a fiat currency. And the last 4 times in the last 1,000 years that we have done swapped from an asset-backed to a fiat-backed, guess what happens to that civilization? Almost inevitably, because you cannot pull infinite resources from a finite system. It collapses. And A fiat currency has not lasted anything more than 250 years. And oh boy, 250 years of frickin' America. Here we are, red, white, and blue of just slavery for 250 years. It didn't get abolished, we just got better at hiding it. And here we are, economic slaves to the gazillionaire class, the same class that their bloodline and their descendants were the ones who created the entire plantations in the first place. We didn't abolish slavery, we just repackaged it, put a new label on it, and said that it's something new. It didn't go away, it just got rebranded and propagandized to the point where we are just willfully accepting at this point because we have no other options. So I ask again, which one of the dozen different apocalypse scenarios that are face to face right now with the reality of the situations that we're living in, which one of the 20 dozen is going to fall first? Because when you're that much in the red, it's very difficult to see any green.